The community was critical to helping me learn Power Automate. Now, I'll tell you why. When I was first learning Power Automate, I initially went in and asked a couple of questions, and people very quickly answered my questions. And then I started looking around at the other questions and started answering some of them and found it a really valuable learning tool. So I answered more and more and more and had a great time with it. When I see problems like that, the answer is that the action that you're using, be it create a task or send an email or what have you, is inside of a loop. And if it's inside of a loop and that loop runs more than once, yes, you're going to have more than one plan or task and more than one email being sent. So from a troubleshooting perspective, the first thing you want to do is look at your flow and say, is that inside of a loop? And then work backwards from there. So as you can see right here, I have a SharePoint list called Big List. I'm in Site Contents right now. And you can see that this has 200 items in it. So I am going to come over to my flow, and you can see that I'm getting items from that SharePoint list, and all I'm doing is looping through them here. And my flow should start running here in a moment, and it did. So we had 200 items in that list. Take a look. It only returned 100 items. There's 200 items in the list. I didn't say, only give me the first 100 items, but that's all it gave me. But there's 200 items in the list. Where's the error? There is none. You just need to know this. So let me come back in here and talk about that. The takeaway here is, by default, a SharePoint Get Items action will only return 100 items. The danger is there's no error telling you didn't get all of your items. If I go over to Settings here and I scroll down to Pagination, if I want to get more than the default 100 items, I have to turn that on, and I can set this up to a maximum of 5,000 items if I just have a standard license, and much higher than that if I have a premium license. Unless I do this, I'm only going to get the 100 items back. Now that I've done that, I've set that to 5,000 items there. Let's save this. Test it manually now that I've made that change. Run flow, done. So let's take a look. Right there, you can see that I got all 200 items back. Once again, unless you know that that's a default, all you're going to get is 100 items back. You need to know this. You need to remember it. And I'm sure you'll win a prize someday using this at Power Automate Trivial Pursuit. If you liked what you heard, please follow me on LinkedIn, and you can also find me on YouTube.